What's going on, YouTube? This your man Trey Vito back with another Vito verse, and I have my usual co-host here with me. I got Sandstorm and Noto. What's cracking with y'all?
What up?
Yo,
Yep. So, what's new today? Like basically, I want to start off with an icebreaker. What y'all got new? What y'all got going as far as uh new TV shows that you guys are watching, or um that you wanted to watch, or not necessarily TV shows, but like just anything new that you watching. What y'all got going? Noto, what you got?
oh, that's a tough one on me on this one. I haven't got a chance, and this wasn't like me. You were having a discussion, Vito. I still haven't got a chance to check out the that what was it, the Justice League Ruby. I haven't got a chance to check it out yet, so I think I may try to get a chance to check it out maybe tomorrow after streaming or whatever I have to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's about it I can think in my head.
Okay. Sandstorm, what's cracking with you?
So I just got into, I won't say just got into, I think I'm maybe like 3 or 4 episodes into Ragnarok, season 3. So that's been fun so far to watch. I didn't just get into Bleach, but I just recently watched the latest episode of Bleach, which it's been pretty good so far. It's been pretty good. It's interesting. I'm not gonna ruin it for you by any means, but it's interesting to see Korosuchi come back and actually fight. Because like, I don't know, you don't ever see him. That's the scientist dude, if anybody was wondering. But you don't ever really see him fight ever. Like, I think the last time we really even saw him fight was like when he fought against Ichigo, I think, because I don't even think he fought in the Aizen arc.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, so I think his lieutenant fought, but like I think that's as far as he went. So yeah, to see him come back and fight, I'm interested. Is definitely piquing my interest. So I'm excited for tomorrow to see what that's happening. And then Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't think aired last week, which is weird because the week before Bleach didn't air, but Jujutsu Kaisen aired. So so it was like they like switched between the two. But Jujutsu Kaisen is, I think, in its like 3rd episode or something like that. And it looks like it's going to be another interesting season of that. That show is fire, man. Like that's the Game of Thrones. To me, that's like the Game of Thrones of like anime. Like just people you start to latch on to, they just die, and you're like, what? Like you were supposed to be a character, but you're not anymore. So,
Right.
So, but yeah, that's all I'm watching.
No, okay. Yeah. So I'm watching the Foundation 2nd season, of course. They just had a very, very interesting episode, this last episode. So I'm not sure if that was the season finale or not, but it sure enough left a bad taste in my mouth. It was definitely deep. It was definitely deep. So but no, so far this year it's the same thing. It kind of dragged at first, like the first couple episodes, maybe just more of I think it was more like talking drama and stuff like that, just like political drama going on or whatever. But it's starting to like speed up. Some action actually was going down for the last 5 episodes. We finally got to see a dog fight, so that actually it is. I feel like this could be a contender if they made this like a movie or something. This can be definitely a contender to a Star Wars film or whatever like that. So especially if people get invested into it, and if they can get past a certain point, what I mean, this can definitely be a contender to Star Wars. But I've been watching Invasion on Apple TV as well. That it's just I guess it's entertaining. It got its little mystery and stuff like that, but I wouldn't say it's like top tier or nothing like that. But it's definitely interesting.
Mm.
Dang, what was the other show that was? Oh, so I watched Reservation Dogs, and that's like a Native American that's a Native American comedy that's on FX, that's on Hulu FX or whatever, and that's pretty funny. So I just finished up. I think this is their last season, so I just finished up their latest episode, and there was one other too. It'll come to me later, but anyway, but yeah. So that's all I'm actually taking in so far. I've been getting back into Baki. I totally forgot to get into Baki or whatever.
I totally
for the
forgot about
last
that show.
Yeah, I totally forgot to get back into that, but I'm getting back into that and Ragnarok. So I think I watched the first episode of that. So that's pretty interesting. Which was crazy is for this to be like a Polish, or is it Polish or
Norwegian.
Norwegian franchise or series or whatever is actually pretty dope, and it's actually catching on. It's very popular, so
Yeah,
people like it, and I think it's just mainly that it is good as another way to look at Ragnarok, but of course we know it's piggybacking off of the Avengers. So
yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah. So all right, so let's get into today's stuff. So over the week we have had some pretty interesting trailers. So we're going to start off with one that threw me off, and it brought back some old memories to the point where I was tempted to actually look some of these shows up or whatever. But we got Goosebumps, man. So let's get into that, man. So we
really
a reboot again.
Yeah, we got a nice little trailer coming a series coming to Disney Plus and Hulu. So which Disney Plus Hulu, they actually are starting to do this. Every Disney Plus show is being put on Hulu too. So
oh yeah, that's right. The whole collaboration thing, I think, or not collaboration, the partnership they're doing.
Yeah. So this
about that.
It's getting a little more easier to access this stuff, especially if you don't have either or. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely still catch these shows. So all right, so let's get in this trailer real quick and give our thoughts at the end.
Have we met?
Nathan Brad, I'm the new English teacher.
You live near here?
Yeah. The old Biddle House.
The Biddle House.
I did hear the horrible story about the boy who used to live there.
You know, I hear it's haunted. Have you seen anything strange happening there?
Say cheese!
That is not funny!
No. Not that I can think of.
Some weird stuff has been happening.
Something's clearly wrong.
Why would you do that, man? That's not cool! There's no such thing as a curse, dude. That isn't real.
I get those goosebumps every time.
Are you okay?
Get the nurse!
This is all connected. He's getting revenge for what our parents did to him.
I get those goosebumps every time.
Oh my god, we're murder nepo babies.
You come around.
Tell us what's going on. It's obvious you know. That's why all of this is happening to us.
I'm way too numb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time.
We have no choice. This ends now.
Run! I get those goosebumps every time.
It's time for them to learn the truth. Come with me.
I get those goosebumps every time.
Whoa!
Oh my god, we need to talk.
Why does James smell like watermelon Jolly Ranchers?
I was just gonna say.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So what you guys think about that?
It looks like it's gonna be.
Seth, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be good. It looks interesting. Goosebumps was always meant to be like like funny but scary at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was supposed to be, it was always geared towards like the younger crowd or whatever, which is
Yep.
cool because that's really what we grew up off of. And like the 90s, man. I'm kind of surprised that Are You Afraid of the Dark never came back. But for me, it was like either you watched Are You Afraid of the Dark or you watched Goosebumps, or you watched both of them if you were really into it. But just like they did a reboot with Jack Black not too
Yeah.
long ago, like 2014.
Yeah, I think that was. I think it was the. Yeah, I think it was the movie or something for that one.
Yeah. So it's cool that they're still trying to keep the franchise alive. I if it's gonna be a series like this though, and this all looks like it's kind of just like like they have like one idea and then like incorporating, that idea to make like a whole first season.
Mhm.
I would like because there's so many books about different stuff. You know what I mean? Like, the Revenge of the Creeps, and like just a
Mhm.
bunch of different ones. So I would like if they're gonna do that, like, and make multiple. They should make multiple seasons where there's they focus on books. Like make a whole book a season. You know what I'm saying? So I think that would be cool. But as far as this goes, yeah, it looks interesting.
All right, Noto.
First of all, I could say is hearing the song Goosebumps. I was like, okay, y'all wrong for this. Y'all wrong for this. But I'm like, that's what just popped in my head. Like, just play the song. I'm like, you know how I feel when I'm listening to this song. I'm like, especially hear Kendrick and hear Kendrick next. I'm like, let's go. Come on. But anyway, off the subject with that. My first thing, like, this actually looks really good, especially being a series. My first thing was going to my head was I was trying to think of because I was like, okay, which book this is going to be? Because that was my first intention. It was like, which book this is going to be? Because we got Saw the Doll, we got the dude getting possessed, we saw him with the photo. I was like, which book is this going to be on? And like this, I'm impressed by this. I mean, I've never seen the movie with Jet Black, and I don't know if it was good or bad, so I was kind of skeptical for it. Yeah, I was a little skeptical about it, but the series, I'm on the same page with you, Sandstorm. If they're gonna do it in the series and do it in multiple books, my only thing I should say is that I would say take maybe 2 or 3 of the books, depending on how many episodes they're gonna do. If they do 12, I say maybe 2 or 3 of the books, and then kind of incorporate them together. Because again, we do have a lot of books for Goosebumps. We really do. So if they do it that way and do that formula and taking just those 2 or 3 books, that will work out a lot better. And like I said, because I know there's a book with the doll. I know there's something with the book with, I think, the photo with photos and stuff. And I don't know what the third one would be, but I know there's books on these so far. So I say I would definitely check this out because again, we in the 90s, we grew up on stuff like this, Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark? And me personally, I grew up on those, and then I grew up on actually playing there was a PC horror game of Goosebumps where I think it was Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark, one of the two. But anyways, where you had to do, I can't remember what it was, but it was a long time ago. But yeah, but to still remember this stuff is like it's to us in the 90s, like it's like child's play to us, man. We know what's going on. We read the book, we know what's going on. So that's just me. I say bring it.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a good little series. Honestly, we know the kids are not going to read these books, but it's good to see that they can at least witness what we witnessed in the 90s. Nothing's never not recycled. So, you know what I'm saying? For them to do that, and for Disney actually have it, because I believe Nickelodeon had it, Paramount had property for Goosebumps. So to see Nickelodeon, yeah, they had it for a minute. So to be honest, I think that Jet Black situation came out on Paramount or whatever that is. So, anyway, for Disney to have Goosebumps, it was like, okay, yeah, that's cool, that's pretty dope. I believe they have I forgot which one Disney had. I'm not sure if they necessarily had one or not, but
I don't think they did. Not quite.
Yeah.
because Are You Afraid of the Dark and Tales of the Crypts and
Yeah. Who was
it's
Tales of the
awesome.
Crypts? Tales of the Crypt was
Showtime, I think it was.
Showtime.
No,
No.
It-
No. Take it back. If it was like on TV, I think like just editing stuff. I think
Was
I
it
wanna
CBS
say
or
Fox.
ABC? Fox. Yeah.
Fox.
yeah,
Yeah.
Fox. It was
Yeah.
Fox had the
Mhm.
like the edited versions, but the uncut versions, I think it was. I want to
HBO.
say it's not. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say HBO.
HBO,
That's what it was.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, but
Uh,
just to see Goosebumps come back and Disney actually have it. To be honest, I'm a little worried about that, but you know, it is,
Yeah,
what
I
it
mean,
is.
I don't see nothing wrong so bad so far, but the only thing that kind of makes me laugh about it is that the date is coming out. It's freaking hilarious.
Which
Friday
is pretty
the
cool.
13th, which
It's
it
pretty
is cool.
that-
Friday the 13th,
Yeah,
my favorite lucky number of all time. The
I didn't even
13th.
know. I didn't even know.
That's
we had
why.
a
That's
Friday.
why I was laughing. That's why I was laughing when I saw the release. I was like, "Are you really serious?"
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
didn't.
say Friday the 13th with a smile on my face.
Right. I don't remember the last time we had a Friday the 13th in October. I mean, yeah, October. So that's pretty dope. That
Yeah.
we got a October Friday 13th. It's already a creepy month anyway. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. So on the lines of monsters, not in necessarily like spooky monsters, we got another trailer we're gonna take a look at. We grew up on. This is bringing us another chapter in the American Godzilla verse type of thing. It's gonna be on Apple TV. It is called Monarch Legacy of Monsters. So
Oh.
Interesting.
let's see what's cracking with this. Hopefully, this is maybe some backstory on that group, Monarch, up in those films of Kong and Godzilla, whatever. So this is gonna be on Apple TV. So if you have Apple TV, you definitely on the money on this one. You can definitely check it out. So let's check this trailer out, see what it is, and then give our thoughts at the end.
I don't know if this will get to you. I hope so. I can't go back in time and fix all the mistakes I made. But maybe I could leave something for the future. A legacy.
The world is on fire. I decided to do something about it. Hopes, dreams, ambitions. The mission was to protect their world and ours. It's what we wanted Monarch to be. Instead of chasing monsters. If you come with me, you'll know everything, I promise.
All right. So what you guys think about that?
Interesting.
Let's start off with Noto.
Very, very interesting. I would never expect a story like that into something far back. Well, not say far back, something a little back before Godzilla and stuff. So that's actually pretty interesting. I mean, it captured my attention, and especially seeing Kurt Russell, I believe. Yeah, Kurt Russell in there. So it's like it's rare to see him in a movie or a series, or basically in a series. We see him in movies mostly, but anyways, to see him in a series is actually interesting. I don't like say I don't really like. I think I need maybe. I'm interested of it, but I feel like I need a little bit more, just a little bit, not dramatic, just a little bit, just like okay, I'm sold, but I just need just that little bit of inch of just saying like okay, I'm really sold. Let's go with this because the concept actually catches my attention, so it really does. But I just feel like just just give me just that little bitty push to help me say, all right, let's go with this. So that's my only thing I can say with that.
All right, Sandstorm.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. And I don't know, like after the like showing when he's like looking at you, like seeing, I'm like, oh, okay, now what are we about to get into? And it's like, nope, that's it. That's all you get. That's all you get.
Mm-hmm.
No more. You don't need anything else. So, yeah, I'd like to see a little more from it, because just even looking at the beginning and just kind of how the pacing of this trailer was, I'm like, okay, and it's saying from Apple TV, so like at first I'm like, okay, are they like doing a spinoff for like Godzilla? Like maybe they didn't get the full rights or something, so they're like, but they could use like the other kaiju in some sort of capacity, and then you even see like the Godzilla thing on there. So like, okay, so they're just gonna like hint that this is the Godzilla stuff, but like he's not in it. Like you never really get to see him, Cloverfield style. You know what I'm saying? And then they show him. I'm like, oh, okay. So this is okay. So y'all gonna like play this as like canon type stuff. Okay, cool. And then it was like, and we're done. And I'm like, oh.
Like, can I get a little more?
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
you could have drawn it out for like just another 30 seconds, another 20
Yeah,
seconds.
I agree.
I would have been okay, but like I don't know, they cut it too early. Which did it say? It didn't say a date on here, did it?
No, it didn't.
No, it did. It's November 17th.
Oh, okay.
That's right around the corner. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like
What?
I feel like
I won't be watching that on day one.
yeah, like I feel like if they were gonna do that, if it was coming out in November, this should have been like a trailer maybe like a couple months ago. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like you need at least 2 trailers to like really present something. You know what I mean? Like the first trailer is for if you're making something nostalgic, kind of like Godzilla. The first trailer is for all your fans. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, we got a new Godzilla joint. You know, and that could have been the first trailer. The second trailer is for like, okay, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like what are we tackling with this idea of a new Godzilla? That's your second trailer. So like for it to be September and it comes out in November, like you gotta drop something off in October. Like that's just my opinion. Like something's got to show for October, and maybe they'll show it off Friday the 13th, or maybe they'll show it off during holiday or Halloween or something. I don't know, but like,
I mean, I agree with that. Seriously,
like it needs more. Like it looks like it's going to be good. It just it needs more on validating what this like. Where are we going with the story? You know what I mean?
I agree.
So, do y'all know the backstory of Monarch?
Are we talking about this?
Yeah, like Monarch.
This joint? Oh no.
This is the agency that has been keeping track of Godzilla, King Kong, like the recent films, like from that Godzilla where those dudes was like falling out the sky, and that whole little scene up until the All Monster film, the Kong film, and all this other stuff. This is a backstory to that organization. So, in a sense, this is more of like an origin story. So, it's kind of giving us more of a insight into Monarch. Now, the reason why I don't think this is really, I think they're doing it on Apple TV. Is I don't know if it's a series or not. They didn't really say if it was a series or a quick movie real quick. I would assume a series, but it's just to kind of give us some quick backstory because evidently with the new film coming out of Godzilla and King Kong, with that new big whatever that orangutan Kong is or whatever, I think what they're trying to do with this is give you a little backstory on certain things and certain people because it's going to be mentioned or shown or they're going to be featured in this next film coming out pretty soon. So I don't know if we actually have a date on that particular film or whatnot, but they're trying to give you more of like a you know, like what's my girl from Stranger Things? The
You're
11.
talking about L?
Bill. The
L?
yeah. But
Yeah.
what's her real name? It's like Billy something. Billy
Oh,
something.
something Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Something Bobby.
So,
What the hell?
Yeah. She
It's-
like added the middle name because her name is Bobby Brown, but she didn't want it to get confused, obviously, with Bobby Brown.
Right. But
Millie Bobby Brown, something like that.
So you remember she was introduced into the Calling All Monsters or the All Monster joint. So most likely they're giving you backstory on her mom, her lineage, all up in that whole organization. And actually, they announced this film quite some time back. You know what I'm saying? I think now we're just getting this trailer. Probably it wasn't recent. I think it was a couple weeks ago this actually came out. So more like the end of August, I believe this trailer was actually released or something. So they're giving us a couple of months. On top of this, it's something streaming. So I mean, I ain't too mad at it. I'm not looking at it as like a major thing or whatever like that. But it's definitely giving us a little backstory. So if we don't see all the monsters and all this other stuff, I wouldn't be mad at it. But I think this is more of a Chronicles of Monarch. You know what I'm saying? Just to give us a little backstory because they're mysterious up until, you know, and they're always involved. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel like this is like something that's just it's gonna be dope, but at the same time, it's meant for a reason. It's to push the agenda of that next movie. You know
It's the shield to whatever the next Agents of Shield to whatever the next is coming for that.
Yeah, pretty much. That's yeah. So with the release of this film or this trailer, whatever like that, Japan is actually answering back as well. So we actually have a Godzilla movie coming from Japan. So we got some OG Godzilla filler stuff, ain't in English. Let's get it, cuz.
Oh boy. Here we go.
All right, so what y'all think about that
one?
Toy getting it in this year. I ain't gonna lie. Toy is getting it in this year, bro.
I'll probably watch that before I watch the Apple joint. I'm not even gonna hold you up.
I kind of figured you were gonna say that.
And what's so crazy is when you hit the play button, in my head the whole time I'm like, it's gonna be a cat in a suit. Like it's gonna be straight, it's gonna be straight nostalgic. It's gonna be a guy in a suit. And like when he took the first step, I'm like, yep, it's gonna be a guy in a suit. And then they kind of flashed on the face. I'm like, oh snaps! Like I don't know who originally came up with the design for like the American blockbuster version of Godzilla, like to start this kind of whole series. But it doesn't look exactly like that. But it's very reminiscent of that. But like the face only, because like the American Godzilla, like he's T-Rex. That's basically he's like the Ultrasaurus version. Like, you know, he's got that lean forward body style. But this is reminiscent of like Godzilla as we know, like straight back. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing up straight. I'm coming for you. Like if I gotta run, then I'll lean forward. But like other than that, like I'm straight back. I'm coming for all of y'all. That's how he looked. And like, oh snaps! You know the one step blow up the whole city. Oh snaps! This is real. Like they gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm waiting for what's my group called? The Force? The
G-Force?
pretty much, the Power Rangers, more or less.
Yeah,
To come
G-Force.
in,
That's what
yeah,
they call it.
to come in,
G-Force.
to come in and just kind of try and say today like they need that now. Like we're at the point where they need to just bring that back in. I don't care how corny it is. Like bring that back in, make it serious or something. They ain't even got to make it corny. Just like suit them all up. You know what I'm saying? And we got advanced technology, we got advanced weapons, blah 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 blah, yada yada yada. Let's go. Let's make it happen. But like as far as like Godzilla himself, I'm thoroughly impressed that they evolved this guy out of the suit and like finally started using some technology. Like no more of the strings with the hanging monsters, and he just grabbing them and it ain't no more of that. It's real now. It's real. That's what's up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Toy been doing their thing lately. Like there was some films before this and stuff that was pretty top of the line and stuff. There was actually a creepy one too. I was like, oh my god, what is that? But yeah, Noto, what you think about this?
Godzilla. Yeah, Godzilla, bring me the Power Rangers. We're good to go. I'm set. Let's go. I'm all down for it. Bring it. I got damn it, Sam. So you're gonna be doing the next Oh my god. Man, this is gonna be great. I'm like the whole thing I was waiting for someone to like not just be soft and say Godzilla. I was waiting for someone to say like like yell it out like hardcore. I was waiting for someone to say it. Come on, just give it to me.
Yeah. It's going
and thank you. Exactly. Oh my god.
Actually, I think if you paid attention, I think this was like before they knew what it was, like what his name was, because they were talking about the atomic bomb that, what I'm saying, made him into this monster or whatever like that, or evolved him, nuclearly evolved him. So I don't think they got a name for him on this one. This looks like a rehashing of the origin story again,
or just basically call him -1. That's simple as that. I mean, the title's called Godzilla -1. Just call him -1. Simple as that. We're done. And there you go. Why is he called -1? He's just -1. So that's all we know. Yeah. I'm down for this movie. Just Godzilla, not Hunchback Godzilla. We got straight like for Godzilla. Bring me my Power Rangers to go with this. Have some people, like I said, man, this get. I have nothing else to say after this. I'm done. Godzilla, let's go.
Like the only time he leaned forward is to blow out fire. Just
yup.
You know what I'm saying? He handle business.
Yeah.
This boy is Reptar now. He ain't leaned over anymore. He is Reptar.
So I feel this is like I said, I've been paying attention to Toy and what they've been releasing and stuff. So this is definitely a memory jogger. That stiff back. Funny thing is they used to reuse all their kaijus and all their type of big monster movies or whatever like that. So I've seen Godzilla with like a what you call it? What's the word? Velociraptor. He had raptor gills at one point.
Yeah.
But this is like, so people don't misunderstand what I'm saying. There's a little film that but series called Ultraman. So I don't want nobody try to come for me because I know my stuff. But there's this this series called Ultraman, right? One of the monsters that Ultraman fought was literally Godzilla in that suit with the what I'm saying, like the little feathers on his neck and stuff. So to see him being reused back in the day with that stiff back thing or whatever. And on top of that, his own stuff, his own like Godzilla stuff or whatever. And actually the fact that well, not to go back on the Power Ranger stuff, it's two different things, but G-Force does come from Super Sentai, and there's actually an
Super
argument.
Sentai. That's what I was.
Yeah, that's the word.
There is an argument that Godzilla actually is the first Super Sentai. It's crazy. I don't know how
What? Are you serious?
I don't even know how they came to this, but I guess it was based off meaning and all this other stuff and blah blah blah. And he's technically the first Super Sentai or something like that. But anyway, I mean that's going off the record. But the G-Force, that's the actual that's the Monarch, should I say? You know what I'm saying? The original Monarch or whatever. The people that make Mechagodzilla, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had those like I forgot what those ships were, but they used to like fight Godzilla with those ships or whatever. But yeah, to see it kind of go back to his origins or get an origin story. I mean, it's been done many times. That's almost like telling the Journey to the West story over and over and stuff like that. It's just a nice rehashing of the tale, and Toei, they own the property, so they can do whatever they want to with it. So
right.
But it's cool to see that, and you know, I wouldn't say it's a contender with the American films, but at the same time, it does blow out American films as far as, you know, the quality of what it is, you know what I'm saying, what we remember, the actual storyline. They're not just running through, you know what I'm saying, the city tearing it up.
Right.
There's a reason why Godzilla exists, and you know, they're telling their story, and of course that has a lot to do with us Americans being dumbasses and, you know, doing our little atomic bomb testing over there, you know what I'm saying, bombing Yokosuka and all that other stuff. So
I mean, that's all we got that damn movie for.
Yep.
Right.
So on to the next one real quick. We're gonna get into this last one and then we're gonna wrap it up. But let me get to it. Yeah. Now, honestly, guys, if anybody is watching this, if this goes out, because I don't know, I'm definitely watching the feed right now, but if this goes out, it's due to copyrights and they don't know what's going on. So if it go out, just wait a little bit and then it'll pop back up later. Yeah, it'll come back later. So but you'll probably hear us, but you probably won't see the actual, you know what I'm saying, what we're watching and stuff. But if it does that, I'm just giving y'all fair warning. So let's get it. Aquaman, they finally are releasing Aquaman 2 Lost Kingdom. This was a film that was very on the rocks as far as it being it was already ready or already, you know, halfway in production, but you know, DC's been going through some stuff. This probably got held back because the girl that plays the princess or the Aquaman's girl or whatever, that's Johnny Depp's ex-wife or whatever, and they was going through their drama, so they kind of put a halt on this for a minute, you know what I mean? So I guess they got the okay, and to be honest, I don't know what to expect from this. They didn't tore up the DCU so much.
I don't know why they're still going with it like that.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going with it, but they already had projects invested in time and already, you know, in production. So I think they're just finishing it up, releasing what they have, and then James Gunn or whatever his name is, he's supposed to be doing his own new universe. So
that's so sloppy, man. They should have just announced all of that after they were done with all the movies.
That's what I was thinking. That same thing. So now it kind of confuses stuff when you know, you got him saying, "Oh yeah, this is going to come out. This and that." No, just release this stuff and then announce it after all this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sloppy.
Yeah, but let's look at this real quick. Let's see what's cracking with it. Evidently, they said this looks like a good trailer, so let's see.
4 years ago, I was basically unemployed, a wanderer with no home. But now, I'm a husband and a father, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't know how you did it, Pops.
My job was a little less stressful than yours.
Oh yeah, I finally got a job. I'm the king of Atlantis. 500 million people, from every known species in the sea call this place home. But that doesn't mean they all like me. I'm gonna kill Aquaman and destroy everything he holds dear. I'm gonna murder his family and burn his kingdom to ash.
He must be stopped, or a global meltdown is imminent.
I think I know someone I might be able to help us. Ooh, you look rough. Good job, little brother. High five.
Do not call me brother. I cannot believe you let this happen.
Yeah, well, I hate this job.
True king builds bridges, right?
True king builds bridges.
We need to find Manta.
He's different now. He's stronger than before.
It's the Black Trident. During King Atlan's time, there were 7 kingdoms. And the Trident was a curse upon them all.
The Trident's dark magic is spreading.
He means to end the bloodline.
I don't know what lies ahead, but we can't leave our children in a world without hope.
You're not as bad at this as you think. If you lead, the 7 kingdoms will follow.
Birthday movie. All right. So what you guys think about that?
Chance, I'll let you start.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like,
so outside of DC, let's just take away the connections to other stuff and just relate it to the first film and it just being it by itself. How do you feel?
That's the problem. That's what makes it really hard because, like, even when I was watching Black Adam, and by that time we really knew about a lot of stuff. Like, I could enjoy Black Adam as a soloed out movie because he really didn't take part. He didn't really partake in any of the like DC universe movies. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't a part of like Avengers or anything like that. So like him having a one-off movie, like I can really separate and even kind of Shazam too. For better or worse, like his movies, you can kind of separate them out away from the DC movies because he wasn't really in Justice League at all. You know what I'm saying? So like I can watch those movies and be like, okay, I can enjoy these as separate movies. It was kind of hard for me to do The Flash like that because he was in that movie, and it's even harder for me to do Aquaman like that. And it's not just the fact that he's in Justice League, but it's also just like how far it's been like pushed back for this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like The Flash was kind of the same way. I gave The Flash more of credit because first off they gave us the original Batman, the original Batman when we was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Not the Adam West, but like the original Batman when we was growing up. To see him in there, like that was just dope. It was feeding off of nostalgia. This doesn't necessarily have that, and I'm not saying it's going to be a bad movie. I'm really interested in like knowing where this is going to go. It always, for me as a viewer, when you have a series going or like a series just abruptly ends, kind of like the Divergent series too, when you're just like, yeah, we're just gonna stop, but like this movie's still gonna come out. It always makes it hard for me to be like, Because like at the end of the movie, I'm no like whether it's good or it's bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, okay, like what can I expect next? You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm excited for. Oh wait, that's right. This ain't nothing anymore. So, but like the trailer itself, it looks like it's gonna be very. The movie looks like it's gonna be very interesting. At first I was gonna be like, yo, is that Michael Jai White? Like my man's had the same curly hair, you know what I'm saying? Like Spawn gonna be in this? Like he didn't look like that at the first one. But it's cool they're bringing Manta back again. I feel like at this point, I mean, how many villains do like the regular consumer know that Aquaman has really? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Sure.
Like maybe possibly 2 at this point. You know what I'm saying? So
really his brother and Manta, really.
yeah. So it's cool that they brought him back. Like, you know.
Oh, and the Hammerhead. I forgot what his name was.
Yeah, you're talking about my man's from what is his name? No, he's not the same one, but I was thinking of what's his name from the Squad. From
yeah, I know you're talking about. I think he does. I think he is a villain too.
Yeah, they wrestle him, but he's
King
not
Shark?
like.
Yeah, I think it's like King Shark. So I think, but that's more of a.
He's
Flash.
not a major villain.
Yeah, he's more of Flash's villain for some reason. Which made no sense to me, but
yeah. I mean, you would think Starro would be his villain too. He's Starfish, but you know he's from out of the galaxy. But anyway, yeah, it looks like it's gonna be good. I hope that in some sort of way they just tie it into like the next movies, because it's really a downer, man. Like I think that's what and I'm only speaking, I'm sorry, this is long-winded, but I'm only speaking as like a consumer that does take this stuff in. It really cripples the movie's like sales for you to already have told us like this isn't going anywhere. Because most people are going to think like that. Like, if it's not going to go anywhere, like, and I'm excited to see Aquaman, like, if I'm just watching it to see what's next, then why would I watch it? You know? Or why would I go to the movies at least? Why would I spend money on watching it? I'll just wait until it hits, you know, Showtime or HBO or, you know, whatever Warner Brothers is a part of, Paramount. I'll just wait until, you know, it hits Paramount and check it out. But I mean, it looks like I said, it looks like it's going to be good. I like what's his name. I can't even think of his name. I always call him Khal Drogo. But Jason Momoa. Thank you. I think he's a good actor. I like his style. I like the fact that he's wild, and you know, he really saved Aquaman from being the blonde haired weak boy. You know what I'm saying?
Dang it.
You know what's crazy? Even in the Justice League cartoon, like
Unlimited,
yeah, like he actually was holding his own. It was starting to kind of shift right there, but he still would get toe up at the end. You know what I'm saying?
He was changing. I mean, like I gave Aquaman way more credit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, besides him being black, but like he had the electrical powers and all that. I'm like, yo, where's your powers at? Like, get this man a fork, and he could use that as a trident. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
No, how you feel about it?
Okay, so before I actually say my opinion, I do want to apologize. I actually had my mother just made an appearance just a minute. She was giving me some mail and stuff, and she was asking me some stuff about some stuff that was left out of the house. I'll explain later after. So I'll explain later. Anyways, yeah, I'll explain later. Anyways, so I'm just gonna be honest. Me and DC are not fans, not great fans. I mean, I told Vito about this before, and I never told you, Sam. So I'll give DC, the only DC character I'm actually into is Batman, and that's all it is. I do give other characters a chance whatsoever, but it's just like it doesn't sit with me well because I'm not that big of a fan. I mean, Aquaman is great, everything else like that. So I never even seen the first film. I still haven't. And even though I can go watch it on the real stream and whatsoever, I honestly think like I'll wait. It looks good. Don't get me wrong. It looks good.
Mhm.
I'm still in the like I'm not playing the bias game. Like, oh, I don't like DC because it's reading that. It's just like it's still not my cup of tea because that is not into it. But I mean, it's still the trailer is good. Again, which I do agree with you guys with other stuff that's going on, like with DC. Like I feel like timing, different things like is kind of in the wrong spot. And I think that's starting to be the thing that's happening with not just I think with DC, but I think Marvel's kind of doing that situation too. I think a little bit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so we're getting to this point where these movies are kind of getting out of place in wrong timings and the wrong timeline. So it's kind of like, what to do with that and everything else. So like I say, I think it's gonna be great. I'm being honest. I'm not saying this because to make anyone happy or anything else. I'm just being honest by seeing the trailer. It looks good. Me personally, I'll wait until it comes to the real stream. I'll just actually watch it and go from there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like just looking at it, it does look very action packed. I really enjoyed the first one, so I'm really not, even though he's a part of the Justice League or whatever. I'm not looking at this film as this is a Justice League film. I'm looking at it as like when I watched the first Aquaman, it felt different, and it didn't feel like it necessarily was a part of that whole DCU. So I just basically just kind of tune that out, and I just kind of just focus on like, okay, is this a good way to tell Aquaman's story? Because you have a a Samoan, you know what I'm saying, playing Aquaman, which will make more sense than but you know what I mean. So like they're known for the water and all this other stuff. So it made it feel a little more, you know what I'm saying, like you know what I mean, like I guess unique or like it fit, you know what I'm saying, it made more sense. So the storyline, the way they pushed on with the story, I mean there was some some here and there, it's like what, like okay, whatever. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying, like that first one really just kind of gave you a nice action packed, you know what I'm saying, adventure with him. You know what I'm saying, you felt like you were on an adventure. You finding out that your mom, that you're actually a prince or whatever like that, and your mom is really a, you know what I'm saying, a queen of Atlantis or whatever, or princess of Atlantis at the time, I guess, or whatever. So it's almost like a Harry Potter thing. You find out you're a wizard Harry type moment. And so this looks like you know what I mean, just continuing. Now you accepted your role as king of Atlantis. Got some nice little lore, backstory. The first film did good on that, you know what I'm saying, telling us the backstory of the trident, the importance of the trident or whatever like that. The 5-pronged trident. So, we're not,
right,
like
no 3 prongs.
Yeah, because like the 3 prongs was his mom's or something like that or whatever, or his, I think it was the king of Atlantis, but the original king of Atlantis had the OG joint with the 5 prongs. So that was the one with like the superpowers and all this other stuff. So to see that origin, and now seeing that there's another trident and there's another story, and that Black Manta can actually, you know what I'm saying, contend against him without powers. Because let's face it, he was Batman out there. He was a mercenary. He didn't have any powers. So he really couldn't hang in the long run. You know what I'm saying, on the first film. It was mainly Aquaman's brother, you know what I'm saying, that was actually putting the work in on him. So to see that Manta's back, and he's because like on the first one he was more like, okay, yeah, we introduced him Manta, but he's just a little he's here, but he's a minion. He was a minion to the brother. So now he's the main villain. So it feels good to see that they're serving it justice. So will I see it first hand at the movies? I think so because it's a birthday movie. Unless there's something else that comes out, you know what I'm saying, around my birthday or whatever like that. I normally like to go out for my birthday, so that's a by default. Would I have went to go see it if it wasn't my birthday? Probably not. I'll probably wait. You know what I mean, for it to start streaming. So
yeah.
All right, guys. So we got to wrap this up, man. Thank you guys for coming through. Noto Sandstorm, you know what I'm saying? We hold it down. We're still thinking of the name of this crew right here. You know what I mean? So if anybody's watching that wants to contribute to that name, please do so in the comments. Let us know what our group name should be. We're trying to think of a nice, catchy group name. So before we get out of here, let's get, you know, y'all little pimp outs and what y'all got going next or whatever. We'll start off with Noto.
All right, so as you can tell, I'm actually tired as crap. I literally went to go to the arcade and kind of went completely all over the place. So tomorrow I am still doing the DDR workouts. I will do that maybe around 2:30 or maybe 3 o'clock, depending if I actually wake up, if possible. But I am going to be waking up early. I got to end up helping my mother get a dresser and some stuff because officially next week I will not be streaming. Maybe it's still in the works. Because we are now going to be moving all this. We're officially now going to be moving all this stuff in the garage. We'll be set up. We're going to be doing the painting and everything else for tomorrow. We start doing that. So we're going to get that all started. Then once we're going to let that dry out, then I think during the whole week, I want to try to slowly process bringing stuff over and make sure everything's set up in the way it is, mounting TVs and everything. So, but once that's done, I was supposed to finish the Chrono Trigger, but apparently for some reason, the final boss basically ripped me apart and I got to follow the rules correctly and I screw myself over, so I gotta redo the fight one more time. I'm gonna do an off stream with it and get some better gear stuff and then kind of go back in there and stream it. But I do have the Liza P. It should be installed ready tomorrow.
Ooh,
so
that's exciting.
Yeah, so I will be streaming that. Once I finish beating Chrono Trigger, I will officially stream that. So it'll be ready. I haven't figured out the day yet. If I actually get everything done, I may actually do it as one of my 5 days. And also to throw in the extra piece, I do need some help as much as possible because I'm actually $5 away from Twitch to actually reach 50. Because with that help, it will help me actually do some pre-recordings because I can do it on YouTube, but I can't do it on Twitch. And their rule is you gotta have 50 followers. So I'm 5 away from actually getting there. So please help me out with that. And again, you guys can follow me on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, you know, the usual place. Another Kiwi, as always. That's it.
All right, Sandstorm, what's cracking?
So I was going to stream Star Ocean tonight, but I'm going to stream it probably tomorrow morning. The demo. So we will be checking out Star Ocean 2 and having fun with that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that.
I just only got mine downloaded.
And then and also got to check out F-Zero 99 because see how good or bad I am on that. But then I was going to stream more Starfield, but we have the Stormcast tomorrow. I haven't figured out the topic for that, but I'm sure it'll come up by the time it comes around. So we have the Stormcast at 9 o'clock. And then on Sunday is the Winging It podcast at 7 o'clock and the Jill podcast on Monday at 7 o'clock too. So you guys can catch me over there hanging out with the crew and having fun and talking monotony and all that other stuff. We are on our road to 500. So if you haven't gotten a chance to enter, you can look at our latest video, which is the Nintendo Direct / State of Play. You can go into the description and enter there, or you can jump over to my Twitter, which is Sandstorm McD, and enter that way. There's a few ways to get some points towards that. So as soon as we get to 500, make sure you subscribe as well. But as soon as we get to 500, we will be pulling out a winner for that for a chance to win a $50 card, whether it's Steam, PlayStation, Nintendo, or Xbox, or I already said PlayStation. For you to win $50 towards that. So make sure you enter, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, that's all I got.
All right. And y'all know the usual for me every Thursday and Friday. So without further ado, guys, we'll see y'all next week on the Vito Variants and Burst. Peace.
Peace.
It was